wiped grease from his hands as he surveyed the damaged transport vessel that had crash-landed near his salvage station on the outer. Marcus wiped grease from his hands as he surveyed the damaged transport vessel that had crash-landed near his salvage station on the outer rim of the Kepler system. The ship bore no identifying marks, its hull scarred and blackened from what appeared to be a desperate escape through hostile space. He had seen plenty of refugees over the years, but something about this particular craft intrigued him. The airlock hissed open, revealing a young woman with striking violet eyes and silver hair that seemed to shimmer in the artificial light. She wore simple traveler's clothes, though Marcus noticed the fabric was of unusually high quality. Her posture suggested nobility, but her eyes held the wariness of someone accustomed to danger. "I need repairs," she said simply, her accent carrying hints of the core worlds. "My ship took heavy damage fleeing pirates." Marcus nodded, understanding the desperation he heard beneath her composed exterior. The outer rim was notorious for attracting those running from something, whether it was the law, creditors, or worse. He had learned long ago not to ask too many questions. "Name's Marcus," he offered, extending a calloused hand. "I run this station alone, but I can fix just about anything that flies." "Anna," she replied, accepting his handshake with surprising strength. "How long for repairs?" Marcus examined the vessel more closely, noting the advanced systems and military-grade components hidden beneath the civilian exterior. This was no ordinary transport ship. The fusion drive alone was worth more than his entire station, and the quantum shielding system was technology he had only heard rumors about. 3 days, maybe 4, he estimated. "Your ship's got some impressive hardware under the hood. Mind if I ask what line of work you're in?" Anna's expression remained carefully neutral. "Trade negotiations," she said. "I deal with difficult clients." Over the following days, Marcus found himself genuinely enjoying Anna's company. Despite her obvious education and refined mannerisms, she showed genuine interest in his work and proved surprisingly knowledgeable about engineering principles. She helped him calibrate the quantum matrix stabilizers and even suggested improvements to his station's defensive systems. "You know your way around military hardware," Marcus observed, as Anna efficiently rewired a plasma conduit. Most traders wouldn't recognize a tactical sensor array from a navigation beacon. Anna paused in her work, considering her response carefully. "I grew up around ships," she said finally. "My family was involved in planetary defense contracts." Marcus accepted the explanation, though he noticed how she always seemed to deflect personal questions. He respected her privacy. Everyone on the rim had secrets worth keeping. On the second evening, as they shared a simple meal in his workshop, Anna asked about his background. Marcus found himself telling her about his service in the human colonial Marines, his discharge after a battle injury, and his decision to settle on the frontier, where questions were few and regulations even fewer. "Do you ever regret leading military service?" Anna asked, her violet eyes studying his face intently. Marcus shrugged. "Sometimes. I believed in what we were fighting for, protecting human colonies from alien aggression. But after seeing how politicians used soldiers as chess pieces in their games, I decided I'd rather fix things than break them." Anna nodded thoughtfully. "Honor is rare in leaders these days," she said quietly. "Most care more about power than the people they're supposed to serve." Their conversation was interrupted by the sudden wail of proximity alarms. Marcus rushed to his sensor console, his blood chilling at what he saw. A fleet of sleek warships had just dropped out of hyperspace, their configuration unmistakably military. "Looks like your pirates found you," Marcus said grimly, already moving toward his weapons locker. "But something's off. These aren't raider ships." Anna stood frozen, her face pale as she stared at the tactical display. The lead vessel was transmitting on royal frequencies. its hull bearing the golden phoenix insignia of the Galactic Empire's Imperial Navy. "Those aren't pirates," she whispered, her composed mask finally slipping. "They're Imperial Guard frigates." Marcus spun around, studying her face with new understanding. "Just who exactly are you, Anna?" Before she could answer, his communications. A ray crackled to life. A stern voice filled the workshop, speaking in the formal cadence of Imperial protocol. "Attention salvage station operator. You are harboring a person of extreme importance to the Galactic Empire. Surrender Princess Alexandria immediately, and you will be compensated for your cooperation." Marcus felt the blood drain from his face. As he turned to stare at Anna, whose shoulders had straightened despite her obvious distress, the pieces suddenly fell into place. The expensive ship, the military knowledge, the refined mannerisms, and most telling of all, the way she had asked about honor in leadership. "Princess Alexandria," he repeated slowly. "As in, daughter of Emperor Maximus? Heir to the galactic throne?" Anna, or rather Princess Alexandria, met his gaze steadily. "The very same," she confirmed. "Though I suspect my dear stepmother has convinced my father that I'm either dead or a traitor by now." Marcus ran a hand through his hair, processing this revelation. He had been harboring not just any refugee, but the most important person in human space. The woman who would one day rule over 1,000 worlds had been helping him repair plasma, conduits, and discussing military ethics over reconstituted protein meals. "Why run?" he asked. "You're the heir apparent." Alexandria's expression hardened. "Because Empress Victoria has been systematically eliminating anyone who might challenge her influence over my father. 3 of my cousins died in accidents. Last year, I received word that I was next, so I fled before she could complete her coup." The communications array crackled again, this time with a different voice, silky and dangerous. "Dear stepdaughter, I know you can hear me. Your little rebellion ends now. Surrender yourself, and I might spare your protector's life." Marcus looked at Alexandria, seeing the pain and determination warring in her violet eyes. She was trapped between certain death if she surrendered and the guilt of involving an innocent man in her family's deadly politics. "I won't let you sacrifice yourself for me," Marcus said firmly. "We're getting out of here." "With what ship?" Alexandria asked bitterly. "Mine won't be ready for another day, and your shuttle can't outrun Imperial frigates." Marcus smiled grimly, moving to a concealed panel in his workshop wall. "Who said anything about running?" The panel slid back, revealing an arsenal that would have made a Marine platoon jealous. Plasma rifles, quantum grenades, and most importantly, a military grade shield generator capable of protecting the entire station. "I told you I believed in protecting colonies from aggression," Marcus said, checking the charge on a pulse rifle. "That includes protecting royal heirs from murderous stepmothers." Alexandria stared at him in amazement. "You're going to fight the Imperial Navy for someone you've known for 3 days?" Marcus activated the shield generator, watching as a shimmering barrier enveloped his station. "I'm fighting for the rightful ruler of humanity," he corrected, "and for the honor that politicians seem to have forgotten." As the first Imperial plasma bolts struck his shields, Marcus realized he was probably about to die defending a woman who could reshape the galaxy. Somehow, it seemed like a worthy cause for an old soldier. Alexandria picked up a rifle, her royal training evident in her stance. "Then we fight together," she declared. The battle for the rightful throne had begun on a forgotten salvage station, defended by a mechanic who had unknowingly aided the future Empress of humanity.